I don't have time right now, but we're gonna get a tour of that truck one of these days. It's not a big tour, they're kind of tiny. Oh, Crossbones just got her. I feel beat, I'm neglected now. In order for me to have the oldest truck in the fleet again, I need to bring out the old 86 Freightliner. Because that cab over there, right there, that Peterbilt cab over, 96. And this is a 99, so he's got me by a few years. Dang it. You see this outfit that I pull for? Oh, he's not big. He's got probably, I think he's up to like 60 trailers. And like 10 or 15 owner, or 10 or 15 company trucks. And then there's probably about a handful of us owner operators left. I don't really know many of them. I think maybe there's 5 or 6 owner ops left out here. And not left, that's just the way it is, you know. There's just not a whole lot of us around. And I seen that blue cab over. Hold on, there you go, there you go. I seen that blue cab over and I'm thinking, whose is that? 'Cause I haven't seen Crossbones in forever. He used to run an 05 Peterbilt, and I thought that looked like him crawling out of it. When I say crawling, you remember cab overs, you're crawling. Yeah, that was him. I went up to him and I told him, I go, hey man, this isn't gonna work. I have the oldest truck in the fleet. I run a 1999 Kenworth. He goes, well, this is a 96. So I'd have to break the 86 Freightliner back out to run the oldest one. I don't want to go back to that. You gonna look at me or what? That's all I get? It's the back of the neck? Alright, we're not gonna get too serious into today's video. I really didn't know what I was gonna record about or what we were gonna talk about. I know as for right now, we're just doing our same thing. We're running out to Greenfield, Indiana with a load of meat, edible meat, and dropping it off, and then we're gonna run down into southern Indiana and grab our reload. We're gonna get on the road and get some trucking in. I guess I really haven't even started the video. How are you sweet and magnificent people doing? Our weather today is 86 degrees, humidity's low, wind is down. It's gonna be a good day of trucking. Look, man, it's your favorite trees. Yes, yes, go ahead, do your thing, man, or go back there and sniff, whatever you want to do. Webster City, Iowa. Now, I was thinking about this as we were coming across Highway 20 there. Don't be typing in there, hey, that'd be awesome to get the old Freightliner out and run it up and down the road. Guys, I've become too spoiled to get the old Freightliner back out. Well, there's a lot of things that the Kenworth has that the Freightliner did not have. Cruise control was the huge one. And then on top of that, you have room. Oh my gosh, if I ran the old 86 Freightliner out and about still, Opie wouldn't be able to come because that just has a coffin sleeper on it. And then on top of that, the ride. Oh my gosh, the Kenworth ride's so much nicer than that old Freightliner. And there's all kinds of things that are pluses about running the Kenworth. So no, I'm not going to get the Freightliner back out and run it up and down the road. I don't want to. No, get out of there. The remnants of a bird sitting over here. I goofed up though. Let's change the subject completely and go right off wall. Let's see a squirrel and go somewhere else with it. I goofed up, guys. I know I'm not the only one out here that's made this goof up. I've become so accustomed to the modern day of the modern technology. When I first started driving truck, and for many years driving a truck, I did everything with cash. Cash was king, man. That's all there was to it. Cash was king. I paid for fuel. I carried thousands. Well, no, because fuel was cheaper back then. You could throw, yeah, it was about $1,500, $2,000 cash in your truck, and that's all I spent. When I bought fuel, it was with cash. When I bought anything else out on the road, it was with cash. When I paid lumpers to unload my trailer or load my trailer, I paid cash. I've gotten so used to the modern technology that I goofed up on this one. My cards don't work. My cards aren't working. Nothing's working. I'm hungry. He wants nothing to do with the camera today. That's the second time today that he's done that. Try to record him, he just turns his head. Won't even look at you guys. That's rude. Turning your back like that, Opie. So apparently something's up with the bank. It's preparedness. I just want to sit here and preach. You need to be prepared for everything. You should always have cash on you. I would, for fuel, for food, for everything. No, actually I take that back. Not for food. I would never buy food out here on the road. There was a time, all the way up till probably this summer, this truck would not leave home unless it was fully stocked with food, in the wise, food and drink, in the wise of I would never buy anything out on the road. Never. I'd buy fuel. That was it. And up till a few years ago, when I bought fuel, it was with cash. Now fuel, I'm just fine. We filled up before we left, and I use 2 different fuel systems, fuel cards for when I get fuel in the truck. But realistically, those are on apps. If an app goes down or your phone breaks or something like that, you're screwed there. We've become so dependent on everything else but ourselves, all the way down to disasters. And if you try to stock up on anything, if you try to stock up on supplies in the truck, if you stock up on supplies at home, oh my gosh, you're a prepper, and they call you a prepper and you're looked down upon. All 3 of the cards I have are null and void. They aren't working at all. I have Fruit Loops. I have plenty of drinks. Opie has plenty of food for him. My dumb butt, whatever you want to say, didn't pack enough food for me. I didn't pack any food, none. We just jumped in the truck, and I figured this week we're just gonna eat, go away fly, eat on the road, not being prepared. Well, it seems like the crisis is now over. Well, not really a crisis, but a freak out on my part. Sarah has sent me a text about 2 hours ago and informed me that, hey, I just seen on Facebook that the bank's internet, card services, and everything is back up and going, so you should be good to go to stop. So we made a stop by a gas station. 2 slices of truck stop pizza later, a bag of hot tamales, a little bit of taffy, and some beef jerky. My tummy is now full. Just remember, I am an adult. I found it kind of funny. I sent my dad a text message asking him if he was having any troubles with his card or logging into online banking or anything for such. And his response was, yeah, it's not working. Now I was telling him about the situation I was in, and Dad, being Dad, said, well, you're only about 2 hours from me. Because at the time we were in Webster City, Iowa. He goes, you're only about 2 hours from me. I'll head over that way for some cash. I stopped him right away and said, no, you're not going to be coming and doing that. Back in the day I might have been okay with that, but as of right now, I am 41 years old. I need to start learning some lessons eventually, right? So I told him, no, you stay put. I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna learn a lesson that I need to be more prepared. I need to learn not to leave the house not prepared. I need to learn to carry cash on me. This is my fault, and I will survive. Now granted, I may have been sharing dog food with Opie by the time we got home at the end of the week, but I was gonna make this work. Now, I'm not going to sit here and flap my jaw about this subject anymore because I'm quite frankly so upset with myself for doing it and not being prepared when I'm someone who used to pride myself in being prepared, not organized. Don't get those wrong. I'm way not organized, but I was always prepared. This time I was not prepared. What I'm going to tell you is nothing. I'm not going to preach to you at all about it. Now, I know a lot of you are just like me, and I know most of you are probably way better than me when it comes to being prepared. And this is an almost everyday vlog now, and this is just me sharing stuff that happens to me out here on the road or in the family wise, and this is something that happened to me out on the road. I'm calling it irresponsible. Some people might call it an oopsie. Some people might call it rookie mistake or whatever you may call it, but as for right now, we're just going to stop talking about it. Well, we are just east of Goodfield, Illinois right now. We're about 200 miles from Greenfield, Indiana. If all else fails, we should have a pretty good route to rest the way there. Crawfordsville, Indiana. We just topped off the tank on the trailer, that way it's nice and full for when we drop the trailer off. Do you think anybody still uses those stairs like I had to use there to wash the windows? Why do you think they still use those? Do you think it's kind of a retro thing, like, hey, we're a truck stop from back in the day? Because it's very inconvenient. It's more convenient just to pull up, grab the long wand, scrub the windows up. Who knows? Did I tell you guys I had to put another windshield in Sarah's Jeep? If you're a subscriber of mine and you've been around a while, you know I just got done putting a new windshield in her Jeep maybe a month ago. I had to put a new one in when we got home from vacation. When we were in southern Colorado, I went to a gas station, grabbed the squeegee, started scrubbing on the bugs that were all caked on. There was a rock in the squeegee and it just scratched the windshield all up. You couldn't tell it was in there when I was using it, but when I jumped back in the car, we had to stare at scratches all the way home. So I ended up having to put another windshield in there. That's always pleasant. Come here. Come here. Come here all the way. Come here. Just snuggle with me. Why won't you snuggle with me? You're vicious. Your brother snuggles with me. Yes, he does. The only thing going through this dog's mind right now is how to get this man out of my bed. That's right. I'm laying in his bed, and he's only thinking about how can I get him out of this bed. We're just laying here reading comments in videos of the past, and I've been kind of slacking on responding to the comments, but I'm still reading them, guys. I was reading one comment. Somebody was giving a suggestion of some content to show, and I love it when you guys do that. I really do. And someone was saying you should do more of a detailed pre-trip of your truck instead of just thumping tires. And then somebody left a reply in there that said that the DOT's pre-trip is like a 41-point pre-trip. I gotta tell you, there's probably 2 times I've done a 41-point pre-trip. And that was probably to practice for the test and to take the test. I can think of 6 things. Yeah, no, it's usually about 6 things. I can't think of 41 things to save my soul right now. We've made our delivery out here, and, well, it's morning, and I want to go to bed. I would love to sleep in this wide open big bed of Opie's, but he's not going to let me. Alright, guys. You guys stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.